Hello, this is Joe THFC PES, and today we begin Master League. Here's the first signing, Fiorentina from Udinese. It was a bit naughty of me because he's only recently joined them from Inter Milan, as I later found out, but I signed him anyway. Here's Quagliarella from Juventus. Decent striker, 29. So yes, he'll do a job in rotation with the other two, Lucatoni and Jovetic. And this is Donadel, returning to Fiorentina, 29 as well, and come from Napoli. It's just to add a bit more stamina and physicality to the midfield. So all the signings so far are Italian players, so we're trying to get more of a homegrown feel to Fiorentina. This is the first game of the season against Parma. Going to show you the whole thing with commentary. As you can see, Quagliarella makes his debut in this game. Pizarro as captain. They're playing against Parma. Before I started the Master League, I went and made sure all the teams had the correct formations and approximately close tactics to what they use. So just selecting either long ball, quick counter or possession, just going by the statistics they've racked up. Parma are a long ball team. We play 3-5-2, just like my Fiorentina side. The tactic for Fiorentina I've done is very similar to the Juventus one you see in one of the videos I did. So kickoff, Jovetic and Quagliarella in the centre circle. I'm looking to keep some possession here. Now I'm thinking maybe doing another 2 Master League videos this week, just to really get into it, because it's going to be the main focus of the channel now. I still try and do the tactical tutorials. I didn't do one yesterday because I didn't really know what to make a video about, but they'll keep coming. But the game of the week will usually be part of the Master League series now, like this one is. Here's Quadrado coming down the right hand side. He's tackled robustly there, but the referee didn't think much of it. Just trying the long through ball, but unsuccessful. This particular incident, I was just fiddling with something. I think it was my MP3 player. I'll confess that I usually listen to music when I'm playing PES, and I don't. I normally mute the sound of the game. It just relaxes me a bit more. Here's Borja Valero. The first time I got to use him on this game because he wasn't previously in it. I was waiting for the data pack 2 for quite a while, and that was really the trigger to start this Master League. Obviously, I wasn't waiting for extra teams because Serie A was already on there and almost completely licensed. It was nice to have a look at the Tottenham team, and they've sorted Dembele out. He's now 78 as a central midfielder, which is a vast difference. So yeah, and it just feels like now that the players are all correct, it just feels like it's that final piece of the puzzle for the game. To me, player likenesses are such a big part of any kind of football simulation. Oh, see what we're trying to do there, to pull it back for Jovetic, but Parma player in the way. And Parma on the counter-attack now, but just managed to get it out. They're certainly quick to get the interceptions, Parma. Looking lively, the away team. and they've given as good as they got so far. And I think it was a Maori waiting there, but he couldn't quite get his head to it. So Guayuela now. And Cuadrado's waiting for it, and he's made the run on the right hand side. So unlucky there, but he got the cross in and nobody quite got on the end of it. It's a lively game from both sides so far. Here's Guayuela. Oh no, that's a terrible finish, and he missed his chance to impress the manager, as you just saw there. And actually that piece of finishing is going to require a bit of redemption now. He has Luca Toni breathing down his neck from the bench. It's just what the manager wanted, a bit of competition up front. Obviously Jovetic prefers to play as the support striker off the front man. So Guayuela was bought just to give another alternative for the main striker, aside from Luca Toni, who's a bit long in the tooth now. So Pizarro to take a free kick, the pass master of the team, and headed away by Palmer. And once again they come on the counter-attack. They would have been looking for the pass on the right, but still dangerous here, and a bit of poor defending has led to a chance, and then eventually a free kick. It looked a bit soft, as if Maui was looking for it, but led to a free kick which was close. Viviano, the keeper, on loan from Palermo, I believe. Will certainly look comfortable in the centre of midfield, good on the ball. Just my original assessment was that they were very good technically in the centre of midfield, but they maybe needed one more player who was a bit who had a lot of stamina and could go from box to box. So that's why I thought to buy Donadell, but he didn't start in this game. It was only till later I realised he previously had a long spell at Fiorentina, so perhaps in this fictional world the fans might be pleased to see him come back, unless there were conditions I was unaware of in his departure to Napoli. I watched the game last night, which was from Saturday night. It was Lazio against AC Milan, and it was quite an unusual game because Lazio went 3-0 up, and at that point you thought maybe it would be more, and that would lead to Allegri's inevitable sacking. But unusually AC Milan fought back and got it back to 3-2, and it looked when they had 12 minutes left that they would at least equalise, but it never came. So now I'm left wondering if AC Milan will pull the plug on Allegri, who's already lost 5 games at this early stage in the Serie A season. I can't imagine him being there at the end of the season. It'd be interesting to see who takes over. Maybe a former player like Inzaghi. So anyway, it was 0-0 at half time. Game's been fairly even, and Parma begin the second half on the front foot, and that's close. Just a low shot, and it was a good chance for them. Borja Valero to Cuadrado, back to Valero, and not the pass he wanted, but he did find a teammate. Some good play here is Quagliarella, but it's blocked. And the Parma player does well to hang on to it there. It's all a bit physical in the centre of midfield, but the game's been stretched. It's unlike the last Serie A game I showed you. All this is close. Unlike the last Serie A game I showed you, it's been a bit more. It's a bit more high tempo and a bit more end to end. There's not been a great deal of rhythm for either side, but the game has remained interesting, and there's another chance, and it looked in danger of going to a Parma player, but the clearance is just it's just taken there by the Fiorentina player, but they're not really clearing their lines here. It goes straight back out to the Parma player, and they're going to try and form some kind of counter attack here. And we can't find Jovetic, and Parma will come straight back. Just to confirm, the difficulty of this Master League is top player, because in competitive games I just find Superstar just that bit too challenging, and it's I mean, it's possible to play on it, but you need to be fully focused all the time, and I can't see myself being that focused for every game. So I thought top player was sensible, still provides a very big challenge, as you've seen so far. And I think you'd say Parma have been the strongest side in this second half. Fiorentina might need time to gel in this league, but they don't want to find themselves out of any race for European football, or dare I say the league title. We don't want that to happen after the first 10 or so games. So here's Cuadrado coming forward now. And Quagliarella out on the wing. He's got a lot of energy. He's typical Italian forward. Medium-sized, busy, good technically. Parma coming forward in numbers once again. They've given a good account of themselves, and they'd see any kind of result in this game a good one. But I think they're weighing up the possibility of a win here. So here's Quagliarella running the channels, but the keeper is very quick off his line. That's one thing I find about this game, is that every keeper seems to be very good off his line. There's no goalkeeper who is lagging. Maybe a Brad Friedel of this world might not be so keen to run off his line, might want the defenders to deal with it. So it's something I put forward to them. I mean, it's probably their wait for the next engine now. But I don't think the keepers have a lot of personality, whereas some of the outfield players might. But that's a good through ball to Cuadrado, and what's he going to do here? Well, that's very close, and if Quagliarella could have got ahead to that, he'd have made the manager regret just making the decision to take him off, Luca Toni. And Fiorentina being caused more defensive problems. They've not defended the most convincingly, and they're just relying on last-ditch defending tonight. It's well attacked by the defender, and a bit of closing down there. And here's Luca Toni making his first impression on the game. Well taken down by Jovetic. He wanted the through ball to Luca Toni, but he didn't quite find it. And Parma continue to get forward. You might accuse Fiorentina of overplaying a few times in this game. It might be one of the byproducts of possession football, like you've seen at Liverpool. I can certainly think of the Martin Skrtel mistake against Man City. When you really want your team to pass the ball around, and there's some sort of change, that a few accidents will happen. You just have to hope that a few rather than more happen before things start to form and gel together. And that's that. It's 0-0, and I don't think either team will have too many complaints about getting what they deserve. I think Fiorentina could have done more, and Parma gave a very good account of themselves. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel.